Serious, actually. It's another shocking story. 30 convicted paedophiles caught with severe child abuse images have managed to avoid prison just over the past 2 weeks. 30 in 2 weeks.
Well, campaigners are now demanding harsher sentences for those involved in child exploitation. But is anyone listening?
Well, joining us now is Conservative MP for Meriden and Solihull East, Saqib Bhatti. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. I know you feel very strongly about this issue. I don't understand, and I think quite a lot of our viewers won't understand, why, if it is a crime to be accessing, viewing and creating this type of imagery, why there are so many convicted paedophiles getting away with what appears to be a slap on the wrist.
Well, look, I mean, you're right. I feel very strongly about this, and I pay tribute to the campaigners on this issue because clearly they're incredibly brave for having experienced what they've quite often it's something they've personally experienced, and then they're stepping up to say we need tougher sentencing. And in many cases, the cases that have been publicised over the last 24 hours, these are individuals with Category A material, thousands and thousands of these, and they've been given community orders. They've been walking free effectively and having suspended sentences. And look, I've made a career move never to criticise the judiciary, but I do think there is a space here for government now to change the regulations on this. I think the Justice Secretary is looking at what punishments are meted out, and clearly in this sphere, this needs to be tougher because effectively, by allowing this under the government's watch, they've decriminalised this offence.
There is a big difficulty here, because obviously we know that the prisons are full to bursting, and we also know that there is guidance when it comes to short prison sentences. If someone's going to be locked up for just 6 months or a year, I think anything under 2 years, there doesn't seem to be that much correctional utility to such a short prison sentence. In fact, when people are sent to prison for a short period of time, for example, under a year, they tend to make more criminal connections behind bars and come out and reoffend.
Well, Tom, I think you raise a really important point about the state of the prison system and the environment that they're in. But I think we have to take one step back. For the victims who've suffered this abuse, who have had these images that are then redistributed, every time it is redistributed, you're effectively re-victimizing those individuals. And I think there is a big issue in the law where actually I think the guidance does need to be strengthened. I'm a father of 2 kids, and I can tell you I feel very strongly about it. And I don't think I'm unique in that. I think my voters, my community, my constituents, they feel as strongly about individuals who are basically the lowest of the low who are engaging in this heinous act.
Yeah, I mean, the Sun newspaper has highlighted these 30 cases. I'm just reading here, a 53-year-old man from Romford, East London, found with 2,118 Category A images. He got 10 months, but again, suspended for 18 months, ordered to do 100 hours of unpaid work. I mean, is that enough of a deterrent to stop people from viewing this type of content? Another one, a bus driver, 21 years old from Oxfordshire, found with 48 Category A images, including one showing the rape of a girl aged between 5 and 7, with these suspended sentences.
And look, it gives me goosebumps just hearing you say those things and thinking about what these individuals are engaging in. The fact of the matter is, some of the reasoning for these sentences as well. It's good character was used in one case. It was, one individual said, I now realise that they're children. I mean, the victims deserve justice, and justice only really matters and counts when it is proportionate to the crime. And I think we have to recognise as parliamentarians that every time this images are reused or redistributed, it is re-victimizing, it is re-perpetrating that crime. And I think the sentencing has to reflect that. And look, Tom, you raised the point about prison capacity. When the prison spaces were needed, they were found. We took decisions in government where prisons are coming online. Those things are happening. Look, I'm not saying it's an easy decision, but clearly these are crimes that deserve proportionate responses. And I think that's what I felt very strongly about.
Well, it's a strong case you make, Saqib. Thank you so much for coming on and talking us through it. Conservative Member of Parliament for Meriden and Solihull East.